What's up, assholes? Joe is still out hanging with Tiny Tim, but me and Barack are going to be ranking all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Donald, how the hell do you plan on doing a ranking when you're at McDonald's ordering the entire menu?
I have my ways. Anyway, first is the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and it is obviously the best in the franchise. The introduction to Freddy was phenomenal, and it really started a new chapter for slasher movies.
I can agree with you on that one. Donald, it is a phenomenal movie. Anyway, next is Freddy's Revenge. And I have mixed feeling for this movie because it does break all the rules established in the original, but it has one of the best Freddys.
As a devoted fan of the original, I simply cannot stand this movie. It was literally just established in the first movie that Freddy is powerless in the real world, but now he can do all sorts of shit, although he did some really badass shit.
Next up is Dream Warriors, which is my personal favorite. Not only is Freddy the perfect mix of funny and scary, but the characters are pretty damn great, especially Kincaid. He was funny as shit.
Freddy had so many great one-liners that it's insane. Next up is The Dream Master. I enjoyed this movie. It may not have been as good as the first three, but it is the only one where a mostly funny Freddy works well. The opening song is amazing too. Next up is The Dream Child. I didn't think it was god-awful, but it certainly didn't live up to the hype of the first four. The concept was pretty interesting, though, and I feel like it had potential to be a good movie.
I was not a fan of The Dream Child. I feel like the eye holes on the Freddy mask were a bit too big to go unnoticed, and the makeup design wasn't great either. Next up is Freddy's Dead. Donald, what do you think of it?
Freddy's Dead is god-awful. Not only is Freddy just a fucking comedy act, it is just really boring looking, and the characters are uninteresting as hell. However, I did like the final fight where Freddy was human, and he fought with his daughter.
I can agree on that one. Freddy's Dead shits in everything good in the series. Next up is New Nightmare, and I really liked this movie. It made Freddy scary again, and it also had a good plot. I liked how the actors played themselves.
I also really enjoyed the movie. Freddy was scary, and you would actually be intimidated if you saw him. Next up is Freddy versus Jason, and I honestly don't like this movie. Freddy and Jason barely fight because of boring-ass teenagers.
I do agree with you about the teenagers, but I think Freddy and Jason fighting makes it worth it. The remake is so bad, I don't even consider it to be a nightmare movie. Peace out, Donald.
Peace out, Barack.